Hello,
Good job, man.
hey, this is Jason Stain, I'm from New Jersey, and I think I'm gonna keep it to like the 6-month thing, like where I am now, where I wanna be in 6 months.
Perfect.
So it's kind of cliche, like, I wanna quit my job. I'm a union electrician back home, I'm juggling a lot of balls, I have electrical contracting business. Don't ask me how I got here, I started doing life insurance sales, because I've been in banking and that stuff, right?
Whole life?
So, yeah, so I'm juggling a lot of stuff. But with the union, a lot of times we get going, we get laid off, right? So again, a lot of momentum, you're going, and then you're out of work for 3 months, 6 months, 8 months. The recession was even longer than that, it was almost 2 years in a lot of cases. So, replacing my income, or my potential income, is the key piece to, grow, right? So, right now I have a couple rentals, I have 5 units. I did a fix and flip this year on my own, I've done some JVs, some private money lending. Really looking to get out of my job completely, so I have a triplex that I just picked up, sub 2 is my first sub 2 deal, back in March. We're about to turn over the 3rd unit. That property will generate cleanly $1,500 to $1,800 of cash flow every month. I own a
To help you
duplex.
pay all your New Jersey taxes?
Yeah, it's great.
Just checking.
That's after taxes, that's after these wonderful
Oh, okay.
taxes. I have a duplex that I bought 11 years ago with my wife. We still own that, again, in my pocket cleanly, $1,000 a month. So I did a little house hacking, have a single family that we were gonna refinance and do an addition and sell. Didn't get the cash that we wanted due to the interest rates and income, debt to income ratio stuff. Gonna keep that as a rental. That could generate another $1,000 a month. So I'm like $3K to $3,500 cleanly a month. I need to get to about $10K a month to really walk out. Now, that can be a combination of active and passive, right? It doesn't have to just be rental income.
Mhm.
So I'm just looking for some insight, like, and some direction from people that have done it already, as to
Yeah.
how to get there, let's say, in 6 months.
Do you know
Or-
Dennis Yasko?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm
Oh.
actually doing a private money deal with him right now.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
I think he has a similar background to you, no?
Yeah, he's a union electrician too, and
Yeah.
he's kind of like, so we have a thing like, we were talking, actually, I was talking to him 2 weeks ago, like, we have a competitive advantage where I can pay my own benefits, but I have to have the businesses to generate the money. They call it the alumni package. So I don't actually have to work on a job site. I can just write a check to the wall, keep my, like, call them golden handcuffs. I mean, we've got good medical benefits and everything. So, kind of want to grow the cash flow in the business, in our real estate businesses, so I don't have to step on the job anymore. I don't have to worry about layoffs. My subcontracting, everything I can do at my leisure, and kind of just go from there.
Yeah. Okay.
What market, are you just in Jersey for your market?
I'm primarily in North Jersey. I have been looking in the Sarasota, Florida region. My parents have lived in Bradenton for about 10 years, so I know the area pretty well. The deal I did with Dennis is actually my first out-of-state deal. So that's, I've been wanting to get out of New Jersey for a while, so.
And with your relationship with Dennis, he hasn't maybe given you feedback about like next steps that you could take, maybe you could plug into his business?
We talk a lot. I think we're kind of dating right now. We only did like one deal, right? So again, like anything else, it takes time.
Yeah.
Like the example I gave with the friend of mine that does like 20 or 25 flips a year, I don't have the time to go out and hunt that stuff down because of my day job. Like this year I've been working a lot of overtime, so I can't even get on the live Zooms and everything. So I like 60 hours a week since January. And then we just came off of like heavier overtime. So even heavier than that. So I'm capable of going around and getting the contracts and everything. I've done some wholesaling. I've gone on a lot of seller appointments. So I'm kind of looking for some guidance as to how to scale to maybe 10K a month, whether active or passive, so that I can push the union job aside for a while and then get more passive income so I have stability.
Does it sound like you already got like investor relations in those markets already, that where you looking at deals to where you can kind of basically do kind of what we gave Crystal, like getting that influx of cash readily going up and stockpiling down, you have more time to actually run your business?
I do, like, I'm on like every buyer's or every wholesaler's
Okay.
list in the region. Like, I probably get like 120 emails a day, like most people do, like, when they're on a lot of lists. So,
Yeah.
they're filtering through it, but then like, raising capital, that would be the other part of the conversation, because my money's fine now. Right, I do have some capital, but I am gonna run out in another deal or two if I keep going at the rate I'm going.
But you said you do life insurance?
I have, yeah, so.
So you're connected with people who are part of that world?
Well, I went independent because that the industry as a whole, they frown on that stuff, so like in our world, like infinite banking is awesome, right? But in that little
So
sector.
there's not big commissions on it.
No, not at all. It's terrible commissions still,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact. But like, so I left the local for about 5 months, so I could learn how to design and build. I really enjoy it. But infinite banking was like a dirty word. Like, don't even bring that up.
Really?
Yeah, so I went independent. I
So
got
you
my
weren't
own.
in like Chris Nagel's sort
No,
of?
none of that. Yeah, it's just anyone can design it if you have a
Yeah.
license and you have
Totally.
the know-how, right?
Yeah.
But they actually got booted off of Mass Mutual because they talk so much about it. And they actually sent a letter out earlier this year, it was like a 7-page letter, like, do not say these terms. So that's how much they don't like it, so I went independent, so I could talk about it. No one can tell me no, right? But,
The more you know.
yeah, like, just looking like at how to get to the next couple deals, it's definitely raising capital, so like Vina's, thing today was really helpful. But yeah, just wanna see like what you see that I can get to the next couple of deals, get out of my day job, and then I can go out, I can wholesale, fix and flip, kind of build into a different business model.
What's
Yeah.
your lead source right now?
Just wholesalers, really.
Okay, so
Just-
you have a direct to wholesaler,
Yeah.
like a JV sort of?
Yeah, I just have an email, like, this is my email, send your stuff here, right? Like, I do outreach all the time.
And then do you have a buyer's list?
I don't have a buyer's list, like,
Okay.
I do have a dispo partner back home, but the same thing, like, it's like 8,000 emails, right? Like, you just send it out. But I'm on every other wholesaler's list back home, so I do get a lot of inbound stuff that people are assigned.
So not really understanding where you can spend a lot of your time, but it sounds like it probably has to be like off hours based on your union job, that could be a potential where you're underwriting these wholesale emails you're getting and seeing if there's enough meat on the bone to then just dispo them to carry that extra.
And I do that. It's, maybe it's my market, I'm in New Jersey, it's
What
really.
part of New Jersey?
North Jersey.
Okay. I have a really good friend in South Jersey that does a lot down there.
Dennis? Or-
No, his name's Dylan Burnett.
I don't think I know.
Okay. Do you do anything in South Jersey?
No, I haven't, I've tried to wholesale in South Jersey, because it's like two different worlds.
Yeah.
But it's so far away from where I live.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I can connect you with him. I mean, he does like 40 to 50 fix and flips down there a year, so like he's a good buyer.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, he's like one of the biggest ones out there because it's not like that big of, all the areas and there's kind of a lot of like crappy areas, but he's really well connected. I can connect him with you. Obviously, I know it's not your main market, but it's, not super far. New Jersey's not massive as
No,
far as
it's-
like, how far it is.
Yeah.
But could be something there. So I guess so your main model that you want to build off of is JV though?
But I want to get out of my day job.
Okay.
Like, I just want to get away from that and then be able to focus on whether it's wholesaling, fix and flip, buy and hold, right? So I'm not opposed to doing any of those three models.
And how much do you have to make to be able to do that, like on a regular, like consistent basis?
It's got to be 10K a month, and it could be a combination of active or passive. I'm already, like, I'm
He's
about to
already
hit,
making 3K a month
Yeah.
right now.
Passively?
by November, I'll be at 3K a month.
Passively though?
Passively,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, cool. So you need to make another 7.
Another
a
7.
month. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty attainable, pretty quickly. And then JV is the way that you're getting your deals though. And do you want to
Yes.
continue going down that path of like really honing in on that, or are you wanting to go direct to seller?
I really like the direct to seller, because all the best deals I've gotten have been direct to seller. I mean, we all know that. It's awesome when you're dealing with one-on-one, there's no middleman. I need the time to market, and then I need the budget to market, right? So a lot of those things are, when you're working 60 hours a week, that's a hurdle right now.
Yeah.
But I do have the budget, like I could float the money, but I've done PPC ads in the past. I think I mentioned that yesterday when we were talking about the Jerry's model. My ad spend doesn't outspend a lot of the competitors in the market for inbound stuff, and I've done outbound stuff, and I've had a lot of success with outbound marketing. So I'm just looking for some pointers, maybe what the next couple steps is to get past this little like plateau.
Yeah, I guess in the direct to seller side, like what's the budget that you can allocate? Because that also depends on the advice too.
If I was gonna do PPC, probably 3K a month is, and that's without, and I'd have to pay someone to manage it, right? Because I don't know, like, the input and the data, right? So
Yeah.
3K ad spend, and then maybe someone that's willing to do it for 1,200 to 1,500.
Do you have to stay in Jersey? The reason I ask, because there's a couple of sub-2 teams that run businesses for people like you that have, and I think I talked to Crystal yesterday, if you have like 3 to 5K a month that you could set aside for marketing, basically they're running the business and you're funding the marketing. And then what they do is they split the wholesales with you from your marketing.
Really?
And then you also have first right of refusal. But they're running everything for you. They're managing the leads, they're putting the acquisitions together, they're dispoing, and through the communication with you, figuring out what are you gonna keep, what are you not gonna keep.
Yeah.
If you keep it, you still pay the business, but they still split that with you.
I would 100% be interested in that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a couple of contacts.
Is that like
in
Ocean Williams?
Yeah, it's different stuff.
Alejandro Alvarez, he's somebody who's well known for that in sub-2 and somebody that Pace actually supports because he does all the closing calls collaboration calls on Saturdays.
Okay.
Trying to recall the other guy's name, I don't,
Ocean.
it was probably Ocean, I can't remember right now. But I do know there was a couple of businesses set up that way to solve the problem of people who have day jobs.
Yeah, I mean, it's, until I can, once I get some steady flow, then like, ready to jump out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's people that's that I have that does the same thing.
Mhm.
So I don't like to get that up here though, you know what I mean? Just because I'm the one giving the feedback, you know?
Oh, because
But-
you do that too?
Yeah.
Is that what you're
it's other
saying?
people that do it.
I'm sorry,
That's-
he speaks North Carolinian and sometimes I can't understand Chad.
Yeah, it's
So-
other stuff that goes along with that, you
Sure.
know, so.
Yeah.
That's a good-
I can talk about
good-
that.
So let's say that's an approach you take. So what are some of the things you want to make sure you're upfront with anybody who's going to do that for you?
Well, obviously the split, right?
Split,
However that breaks down.
the KPIs, you're going to have access to their KPIs
Right.
and the data you're purchasing to make
Right.
sure that they're managing. So you're still going to have to care.
Yeah.
Because there's been some scenarios where people have done this and then they're like totally hands off,
Right.
completely hands
I'm
off.
like,
And then, yeah.
I'm in it, like,
Right.
not that.
So make sure you have an upfront conversation about like how many times are you guys gonna communicate? Are you gonna get an email every day that says, here's our touch points, what our KPIs look like?
Sure.
And that's a way that you can actually practice being on a business instead of in the business.
Yeah.
You're literally doing that, you're arbitraging that. So start thinking that way to say, okay, if this was my business and I'm not working in it, what would I need to know as the business owner so I know that they're being successful? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So my thing with all that is, yeah, I have no problem being involved in it, as long as the marketing works.
Yeah.
'Cause that's been my biggest, like, bottleneck I've done. I did 3 Facebook campaigns, one of them was good, it was like 84 leads in a few months, I got 3 contracts out of it, right? So I think that's a pretty good, that's like a 1 to 25 ratio, contracts closed,
Yeah.
right?
That's
And
great.
the listings.
That's great, actually.
So, I didn't, remember when Facebook shut down, they had that issue, like, it went offline for a couple days? Like, I think it was like 2 years ago, it never came back, like, the ads just never worked again for me, I don't know what.
Yeah, they changed a lot of their privacy stuff, and it made every marketer depressed because you couldn't just like target people down to like their freaking blood
Right here,
type.
I couldn't buy a lead, literally, at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
And then I tried AdWords, I ran
Yeah.
2 campaigns with AdWords, didn't get anything, like,
I'll connect you with my buddy Dylan because he's only Jersey. Like he's only Jersey, does a lot of deals, and he could share with you the marketing channels. I know one of them is direct mail that he does really well with. And the interesting thing is, I don't know for whatever reason, like cold calling and never has worked great for him. I don't know if it's a Jersey thing or like what the fuck's going on in Jersey, like what people are drinking or like, I don't know.
I've
A lot of
blanketed,
attitude.
Yeah.
I've pulled like every address in the entire region, I'm like, just call every address on
Yeah.
every street and see what happens, I've gotten 0.
Yeah, like he's never had great
So-
success with it. Like he had some good success with texting, but direct mail is the thing that he does. But I'll intro you to him. Just whenever you finish up, I'll literally just text you with them. And
Honestly, I have not done direct mail, like, I've done some postcards, but I can't say I've really gone deep into direct mail. So.
yeah, and so obviously it sounds like there's maybe the route of like working with someone like, you know, they were talking about as far as, hey, maybe investing in some marketing, being a part of the deal, seeing what that could look like, looking at that as a potential option.
Yeah.
I'll also introduce you to Dylan. He could probably introduce you to some other guys and
Sure.
gals around Jersey as well, as far as like what channels are working well. And he's someone I know that you can JV with as well, just in general, because I know how he operates. And I mean, it's really just finding, like with spending $3,000 a month, you really only want to spend money that on one marketing channel, because otherwise you're kind of spread a little bit thin.
Yeah.
And there's other, I mean, there's people spending $15K a month, I mean, it's called with him more than that, so.
Yeah. So picking one, and again, I'll connect you with Dylan. He can tell you what's his top 2 performing things. Pick one of those things if you're gonna go the route of you doing it versus having, the Alejandro or Chad model. Like obviously, you got to think on like what makes the most sense for you and marinate on that. I don't want to tell you what's the right thing in that situation. And then just going all in on that one and getting great at it. The thing that I see where people kind of trip a little bit is they, only do it for a short period of time and then they're kind of jumping to different marketing methods. So giving it, at least 3-4 months.
You gotta spend through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been down that road.
Well,
Yeah.
and if you do arbitrage that to another team, like a Chad or Alejandro, now you still have time, right, because they're doing that for you. Now you still have time to check out your wholesalers' emails and seeing if there's anything that you can do there. So then that now gives you 2 for 1, right?
Yeah, and like someone else is doing the appointments in that case, right?
Right.
It's not like I have to go.
Correct.
Which I can't, like being where I am, like I can't just, I gotta leave the job site,
Right.
and go meet with someone for an hour and a half.
It's
It don't
like
work.
it's like 2 ways you can do it, the way that we discussed with Alejandro and I, or the people such as him acquisition, him disposition, this person doing your TC work, and you the one that set up the system and pulled the list. So you still inside of it, but you doing none of the calling, nothing. They doing all of the acquisition stuff, you take the 40% or 50%, whatever it ends up
whatever it
being.
works out, yeah.
Cause you don't wanna say, hey, I'm gonna give you $500, like how long they gonna stay?
No, they're
So
not
give
gonna
them
stay.
a percentage to make them stay,
Yeah.
if that's the case. But have your own system of understanding how to pull a list, how to skip trace it, and set it into the CRM and the dollar, if that's the route you're going.
Yeah.
And then have them on your team, the one that's getting percentages of your business. So now, you don't have time, they have all the time. And then when you get the money, time and the money, you can remove yourself from the job
Yeah,
without.
Or don't, right?
Yeah, don't.
Don't
Just
rock the boat.
Keep
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
it's extra money.
Yeah, if you don't hate your job, you don't have to leave your job. You can
Yeah.
stay there.
No, I definitely don't wanna do my job.
Okay, all right.
That's why I said it, cause.
Winter's
first
coming,
thing
bro.
he
Yeah,
said-
yeah.
His first
It's cold,
sentence
bro.
was, quick job, that was his first sentence
Yeah.
of it.
Cause my job, like you get laid off, you're good, like this year I've worked crazy hours, and then next year might be like half the hours. So how do you live like that, right?
Yeah, that's like inconsistency.
Yeah, it's great.
Cool. Do you feel like you got some clarity?
Absolutely, yeah, that's fantastic.
All right.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank
All
you.
right.